If you drive in Nigeria, you already know this story. You buy a new car today and in 6 months, the suspension is already crying for help. But why? Because of potholes. In Nigeria, potholes are almost like a road tax nobody asked for. For decades, we've been building our roads with asphalt. Yes, that black tar material you see everywhere. But there's a problem. Every rainy season, the same thing happens. The road breaks, then government repairs it, and then next year, we repair it again. It's like fixing the same leaking roof every year. But now in 2026, something different is happening across Nigeria. From the Lagos-Calabar Coastal Highway to the Enugu-Onitsha Expressway, the black asphalt roads are disappearing and they are being replaced with concrete. Some people say this would end potholes forever. Others say it's an expensive gamble. But as quantity surveyors, our job is to understand the cost, material, and long-term value of construction projects. So today, let's break this down properly. First, let's understand the problem. Why do Nigerian roads fail so quickly? There are two main enemies: water and weight. So let's start with water. Most Nigerian roads are made using bitumen. It's a petroleum product that acts like glue. It holds the stone in the asphalt together. But bitumen has a weakness. It hates water. And Nigeria is a tropical country. During the rainy season, water doesn't just fall, it pours. Water enters tiny cracks in the asphalt. Over time, the water weakens the bond between the stones. Then one heavy truck passes and the road collapses. That is how potholes are born. Now the second enemy, weight. Nigeria's economy runs on trucks. Every day, trailers carrying cement, fuel, rice, containers and building materials move across the country. Some of these trucks weigh 30 to 60 tons. But here's the catch. Asphalt roads are flexible and they bend under pressure. So when heavy trucks keep passing the same route, the road slowly develops waves, cracks, and eventually potholes. Now here is where concrete comes in. Concrete roads behave very differently. Instead of being flexible like asphalt, concrete is rigid. Think of it like this. Asphalt roads are like foam mattresses. When you press them, they sink. Concrete roads, on the other hand, are like a solid dining table. You can put heavy weight on it and it stays firm. Concrete roads also handle water much better. They don't dissolve when exposed to rain. That's why countries like the United States, Germany, China use concrete on their major highways. Some of these roads last 30 to 50 years. So the question becomes, if concrete is so strong, then why didn't Nigeria use it before? The answer is simple: money. Let's talk about costs, because this is where we quantity surveyors become more interested. Concrete roads usually cost 15 to 20% more to build initially. So why would the Nigerian government choose the more expensive option? Let's use a simple analogy. Imagine buying shoes. You can buy cheap shoes for 10,000 naira, but they last 6 months. Or you can buy quality shoes for 40,000 naira, but they last 5 years. Which one is cheaper in the long run? Exactly. Concrete roads follow the same idea. Asphalt roads usually require major repairs every 5 years. However, concrete roads can last 20 to 25 years before major maintenance. So even though concrete costs more at the beginning, over time, it may actually be cheaper. This story doesn't end there because this decision is also political.
I've asked anybody to show me any road in this country that was constructed before now and lasted for 10 years. And that's why the president has introduced reinforced concrete technology to address this menace.
In 2026, Nigeria's Minister of Works David Umahi made a bold statement. He said, future federal highways should prioritize concrete pavement. That decision changed the entire road construction strategy, but there's also an economic reason behind this. Nigeria imports a lot of bitumen, which is needed for asphalt, but cement, Nigeria produces a large amount of cement locally. Companies like Dangote Cement, Bua Cement, Lafarge Africa have some of the largest cement factories in Africa. So by switching to concrete roads, Nigeria is doing two things. One, reducing reliance on imported materials. Two, supporting local industries. From an economic standpoint, that's a strategic move, but there's another interesting twist. You might be surprised to hear this. Some Nigerian roads are not built by the government. They are built by private companies through something called tax credit scheme. Here's how it works. Instead of paying taxes in cash, companies like Dangote or MTN can build roads for the government, and in return, the government removes the total cost of the construction from their tax bill. It's like paying your taxes by building infrastructure. This helps Nigeria construct major roads faster. But in 2026, there was a debate. Some government agencies wanted companies to pay their taxes in cash instead, so the government could control the budget directly. This created a policy tug of war, which brings us to the next question. Is concrete actually perfect? Not exactly. Concrete roads have some real drawbacks. First, they take longer to build. Concrete needs about 28 days to cure properly. That means traffic diversions and long construction periods. For cities like Lagos, that can mean serious traffic headaches. Second, concrete roads are harder to repair. If an asphalt road cracks, you can patch it quickly, but concrete repair can usually be much more complex. Third, if not designed properly, concrete roads could develop cracks from temperature changes, so the engineering must be very precise. Good materials, good drainage, good reinforcement. If those things are ignored, even a concrete road can fail. So where does this leave Nigeria? Right now, the country is investing billions of naira into new concrete highways. Projects like the Lagos-Calabar Coastal Highway could redefine road construction in Nigeria. If done correctly, these roads could last long enough for the next generation to use them. But if we cut corners as usual, we could simply be building very expensive mistakes. The truth is this: concrete alone cannot save Nigerian roads. We need proper drainage system, weight regulations for trucks, consistent maintenance, because even the strongest concrete road will fail if it is abused. As a quantity surveyor, I see this decision as a long-term investment experiment. Nigeria is essentially saying, let's spend more today so that we can spend less tomorrow. Will it work? We are about to find out. The real test won't be at the ribbon cutting or the commissioning. The real test will be 10 years from now. If those roads are still smooth and strong, then Nigeria may have finally cracked their pothole problem. Now, I want to hear from you. Would you prefer short construction time with asphalt or long construction periods but roads that last for decades? Tell me in the comment section. And if you enjoy deep dives on construction, infrastructure, and how countries are built around the world, then like this video and subscribe to the channel.